Do you ever stay on a college campus, man, a week after school gets out?
No. I dropped out of college. I have no recollection of anything in the college life.
Okay, well, I'll just keep being.
I'm a dropout, Fred. I dropped out.
Okay, I'm
out is the way that I dropped.
Yeah, the
that away. I'm pointing at the exit. If you can't see me in person,
towards
out.
Yeah, you pointed towards.
I dropped that way, which is out.
So I used to live in a college town.
Okay,
and college would graduate, and during the school year, there's
you still live in a college town.
Yeah, that's an interesting one. You want to call Austin a college town?
It's a town with a college.
Like you want to. You want to say Austin?
I believe all towns that have colleges are college towns. The only towns that aren't college towns are towns without colleges.
I'm talking towns that don't exist unless it's time for college.
Oh, so you're referring directly to Las Cruces.
So Las Cruces is not a college town. That's a town.
Las Cruces is straight up a college.
No.
If they didn't have the university, they'd fall off the face of the earth.
Oh, but people live there year round. I'm talking like where I went to college.
Okay.
I went to college in Pullman, Washington, where like during the summer, 15,000 people. Yeah. During the school year, 60,000 people. Like that's a college town.
What does the town do when there's no class in session?
No, they're not there.
They just shut down? It's like a ski resort in the summer?
Okay, that's the best analogy to give.
Thank you. I'm very smart
so,
for a dropout.
So that's what Sadie's feels like the week after Cinco de Mayo.
In their defense, in Sadie's Bar's defense,
yes,
it's only 4:02. This place is going to be rocking at 5 o'clock.
So we're drinking.
No matter what. This thing's going to be rocking at 5 o'clock.
No matter what. That's a rap lyric. I've been into rap lyrics lately because of the Kendrick Lamar.
Okay. We had our update yesterday.
Here's the only update I have. How talented Macklemore is to put out like a pro-Palestine banger and reference Drake in it, and then when we go back to this pro-Palestine banger like 20 years from now, how niche this dumb reference to Drake will have been.
Okay.
And you'll have to be like a real music theory guy to go back and understand it fully.
In Drake's defense, Palestine will probably be niche as well, the way it's going over there.
Yeah, that's a good point.
As in, won't exist anymore.
Yeah. Drake is pro-Hamas.
You think so?
I'm just putting it out there. Yeah. No.
I think I'll take things that Kendrick Lamar says for 400, Alex.
Isaiah, you can go ahead and turn your microphone when you laugh at those jokes, because I believe the audience would appreciate that.
Also, hello, Zay.
They like to hear my laugh, huh?
I'm
going great.
I'm just
touching. Sorry, audience. I'll let you guys hear my wonderful laughing now.
Don't deny these.
Yeah, they want it. The people want it. They're like Audrey Hepburn and the Limelight.
I've heard people say
my laugh is my smile.
Oh, there we go.
Into the Facebook Live.
There you go. That's a plug right there, baby.
He's getting there.
Young pro.
So
this guy.
We're live from Sadie's. Come hang out with the boys. We're on till. All right, help me out, because I'm confused. So when the Ice Hopes are on the road at El Paso, we still have to air the games. Is that correct?
You would think that we don't want anything to do with El Paso whatsoever.
It's the worst down
there, like watching and or listening to the Isotopes triumph over the loser Chihuahuas.
Yeah.
I think that's newsworthy.
Okay,
I think they're going to air it. I'm pretty sure.
Okay, so that game is
last time I checked, there will be Isotopes on after us.
6:30 tonight.
Yes.
So this broadcast will end approximately 6:15 when we hand it off to Dasu.
Yes.
So get ready for that. I went last night to the Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup.
That's nice.
Are you familiar with this thing?
I was all booked up. That's a bummer.
So I had a full day of doing the adult stuff, but then at the end, I was, hey, let's take the fame out, go to the Open Cup for the United.
Yeah.
This thing was a banger.
By the way, we talked at great length yesterday about you not being homeless anymore.
Yeah, lots of people called.
So if you didn't hear me on the air yesterday,
I've always had a home.
Many congratulatoriums. I'll tell it right to your face. Congratulations, Fred.
I now actually own 2 homes, and if you count my new roommate, if we're one combined family, it's 3 homes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's more homes than needed for one family. Therefore, if anyone is interested in having one new home, please call me. I'm trying to move a couple of them.
That's sick, Holmes.
Yeah. Oh, no. 3
Notice.
3 homes. So went down last night, and so Major League Soccer was here in town. The real Salt Lake.
Yeah, not the fake one.
No, the real one.
Yeah, not like the Great Value Salt Lake. The real Salt Lake.
No. Great Value Salt Lake is still Salt Lake. You're thinking margarine versus butter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not like the margarine Salt Lake, butter Salt Lake.
Because even though they're Great Value, they're still green beans.
It's still, yeah.
They're no Green Giant, but they're still green beans. I see what you're saying.
I don't know if we did the I-9 varsity of things that pretend to be other things.
Okay.
Margarine would be on the list with butter.
Well, obviously that's our segue into this topic.
But hold on, because margarine is just vegetable oil.
I'm writing down fake things.
And vegetable oil is the fake thing of everything.
It's everywhere.
It's all things that aren't the real thing are just vegetable oil.
I'm assuming it's just vegetable oil is just a bunch of microplastics melted together.
I don't even know what vegetable oil is.
And
that's correct. Like in my head, it's corn, and I don't know why I think it's corn.
Because everything's corn here.
Because everything is corn.
Yeah, everything's corn.
Now, if we lived like in the eastern, and also eastern is really subjective, but if you live in the eastern part of the world,
okay,
it's rice.
Not country, world.
World.
Correct. Yeah, everything's rice.
Yeah, also there's a wheat aspect to this that we're just glancing over.
Well, that's our country right in the middle.
Yeah, we do them both.
We do some wheat, we do some corn.
Dang, dude.
But I think the corn farmers get more handouts from the government.
So, okay, so you're talking about subsidies.
Yeah, I'm talking about well-farmed claims.
Oh, my gosh. So don't get me started on big farming.
I'm writing this down. I said well-farmed queens.
Yeah, did you hear me say big farming? Mm-hmm. It was similar to big pharma, but I went farming.
I gotcha.
My favorite vegetable, garlic.
Why is that?
It goes with everything.
Because you are ajo, is that why?
What is that?
That's garlic in Spanish.
I wouldn't have got that one.
That's okay.
I like
That's a good one.
A lot of people are giggling out there right now, and you don't know that you just got dissed pretty hard.
I did?
Yeah.
I know what ajo means in English.
Yes.
Yeah. You need it whenever you're planting corn.
Correct.
Yeah.
And or wheat.
Yes, and the wheat. Mm-hmm. So if we were to sit down and play Settlers of Catan, here's what I'm trying to get to.
Settlers of Chris Catan.
The former Saturday Night Live sketch performer,
yes,
Chris Catan.
Mm-hmm. It's a good name.
Who performed as Mr. Bojangles.
Very close. Yeah.
I can't come up with the name of the apple-eating guy. It wasn't Bojangles, but it's close.
It was very close.
Is it Mr. Jangles?
It's killing me.
It might just be Mr. Jangles.
It's killing me that it didn't pop into my head. So I can see him eating the apple right now, and I'm giggling pretty hard on the inside.
You know how you stopped watching Saturday Night Live after they gave Leslie Jones a job for reasons?
Okay, now hold on, Fred. That's you're doing what they call projecting in the mental health world. I'm an avid watcher. I never miss Weekend Update.
But the Leslie Jones seasons, you kind of backed off a little bit.
A lot of peaks. More valleys, way more valleys.
Leslie Jones, you could easily say not for you. You could just say that.
You can go ahead and say it.
Do you remember the other day when you said, "Hey Fred, it's good on this Tom Brady roast that they brought actual comedians and not Leslie Jones." Do you remember when you said that specific sentence?
I'm not anti-Leslie Jones in any way, but I don't ever think about Leslie Jones, if you want to put it that way.
That's the kindest way to say, I don't even know who you are.
Yeah.
That's a quote from Thanos.
Also, a little throwback. I just looked it up. Vegetable oil is not made from vegetables. It's just an oil that's really made from plants. So the name is kind of misleading. Like, there's not just some vegetable that the oil comes from. And they actually broke it down into multiple oils, olive.
Olive. Olive's a big dog.
So is it like, are you saying it's like runoff? Is it like the excrement of the oil? And then it's just put together?
There's a lot of...
There's seed. They're mostly seed oil, right? It's the seed vegetables that they just grind down
falls under
aggressively.
Yes, and the fall category of vegetable oil.
Now, is it a grinded oil or is it a press oil? Is it like hydraulic pressed, or is it like?
I believe you're correct. Yeah. It's a pressy boy.
Extracted. Keyword extracted.
I can't believe it's not vegetable.
Like, why not? It's very believable.
Well, that's also the catchphrase of.
Very well aware.
Okay.
I knew that's where. I knew that's where you were going. I'm catching on.
All right, so I need your help, Isaiah. Help me in this opening segment here. Who's is Lit Kitchen a place or is that a rapper?
I have not heard of a rapper Lit Kitchen, so I'm gonna put my money on a place.
I think it's literally just a kitchen. Isn't that like a YouTube cooking show for the culture?
Okay, that could be because
Okay.
that's where Rashid Rice was when he was punching strangers in the face before his high-speed chase. Are you up to speed on all this?
Yeah, I am aware.
All right, so you help me
It's a
understand.
nightclub.
Oh, it's a nightclub.
Okay, the Lit Kitchen
Yes, in Dallas,
nightclub.
Texas.
Okay.
Now, hold on. Now, help me again because I thought the street race happened at like noon. Am I wrong on that?
I'm not too sure, but it does just say that it is club.
I mean, you just mentioned Thanos. It seems to me like Reishi Rice is like trying to collect douchebag Infinity Stones. Like, what else? What's he going to do next?
So you're trying to tell me that him beating up a guy at this nightclub had nothing to do with him street racing just weeks ago? Like this is
Like the guy who outraced him. They had to get into a fight. Like that's round 2.
Oh my god!
Like round 3 is a spelling bee, maybe.
Rashid Rice sucks, dude. Oh, he sucks so bad.
Yeah, I'm telling you, he's the new AB. We got a new AB in the house.
All right, so you remember the street racing?
Very much so.
I foolishly assumed this was all one incident.
Not just street racing. Fleeing the scene of a crime, getting into a wreck, vehicular endangerment, and street racing.
Because on May the 6th, the day after Cinco de Mayo, the night of Cinco de Mayo moving into Cinco, you see what I'm saying?
Yes, yes.
1:30 in the morning, he was at the Lit Kitchen and Lounge for an after party. After party of what? What's going on Cinco de Mayo that you have to have an after party? That's the craziest thing I've ever seen. Where people were messaging him on Instagram. He got so upset, he invited those people to the club where he punched them.
Okay. That's how it went from an Instagram dude?
Yes.
Okay. Now that you say that, I'm back in.
He tricked the person into saying, hey, come and take photos of me at this party. You'll be my Instagram photographer. Punch, punch, punch. What? What?
I hope he enjoyed his Super Bowl.
This is the wildest thing I've ever seen.
Maybe he wants to miss more games. Maybe he doesn't want to play. He peaked. He won the Super Bowl. He got a couple Rookie of the Year votes. Like,
there's other ways to quit. Like, this is not it.
You can't quit me. I'm fired. Wait, what?
All right, now I'm just going to take a poll between the three of us, and if we are all like in agreement, we're going to assume that this is the conscience of the friend of the show.
Okay.
Hey, Isaiah. Hey, Van. If you guys were in multiple lawsuits and you're facing 8 felony charges, do you think you would lay low or otherwise?
Is this like a double jeopardy thing? Like, if you're on trial for vehicular endangerment and fleeing the scene of a crime and street racing, is it like double jeopardy? Like, you can't get in trouble for punching a guy? Or is this also?
So you're saying the way the math works is if you just keep committing crimes?
Yeah, smaller crimes. They're fine. Anything underneath what he's already done, it's just out in the open. It's free. It's a free-for-all.
So he set the bar so high, and it's like everything else under should be.
Yeah, like this is nothing. Yeah, it's like already done something way worse.
I think they just tack it all on and hit you with it all.
Hey, actually,
that sucks then.
Guys, this isn't even Rashi Rice's fault. It's like Isaiah just said, it's Tyreek Hill's fault because Tyreek Hill set the bar so high with how fast he was as a wide receiver in Kansas City. He couldn't become that fast. And he was like, but I can catch him in criminal activity.
Yeah, sure.
And then that's how he got there.
Yeah, they got the same amount of Super Bowls. Now he just needs to catch up with them in crime.
Yeah, and also 10 kids with 10 different women.
That's okay. Now that's the fun part.
And break some arms.
Commandeer a boat.
Right?
What's that, Isaiah?
At least he's got the money for it, right?
Yeah.
I knew better than to give me that much money.
Yeah, but not just the men, but the women and the children too. Like,
Okay, thank you, Anakin.
I got you.
Yeah.
Always there's no prejudice.
Yeah.
You don't want there to be hypocrisy.
Yeah, for sure. Because that's the worst part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He already tried to break the face of a guy he found on Instagram.
Also-
into taking photos of him.
Okay, Reishi, soft thank you for doing that, for punching Instagram people, because I don't have the gall myself.
You and I had this talk off air recently, where we both had like made a fictional list of really rich people that we just wanted to deck in the mouth, but we couldn't find a reason.
Today's High Nine Varsity.
And you kept saying,
I like that one.
you don't need a reason to deck them in the mouth. They're rich. There's a reason we just don't know about.
Yeah,
And I
but
thought
there is a reason to insult them and anger them and have them punch you first, Jokic brother style.
I think it's reason enough to punch them in the mouth if they refuse to stop breaking the law. Like if you're like, hey, stop breaking the law, and they're like,
What about the law of not annoying me greatly?
so my threshold is so low. Like I'll see you write with a blue pen sometimes, and I can just feel my fist tightening up.
Yeah, that's when somebody does the switcheroo, like a counter. When's the last time you had your pen stolen?
That will never happen to me.
Oh, really?
You know how I am about my pen.
Well, you could be in a hurry. You could be distracted. You slide the wrong pen into your pocket. Happens to the best of us.
You know for a fact I'm the one guy that this doesn't apply to.
Of all of your faults, pin swapping,
I've never lost a pen.
not going to happen.
And also, if let's say you're David Blaine, and you somehow have managed to take my Apple Watch and pen at the same time,
Yeah.
I want my Apple Watch back. The pen is dead to me.
Okay.
I don't want to
You
touch
touched it.
You
Yeah.
touched it.
So the same disinfection methods that you're going to use on your Apple Watch doesn't apply to the pin.
It won't work.
Okay. Remember how I used to be disgusting and smoke cigarettes?
Very recently you were that.
Creeping up on 300 days, man. So when you use a lighter all the way through, it's like you just won like a trophy in your little league championship. It's such a great feeling when you go all the way through a lighter. Is it the same thing with you and pins? Because I'm gonna lose this pin before I finish all the ink.
Hey, what are you holding right now? What is that?
The
Oh, that's
classic-
one I gave you.
The classic standard. No, I got a pack of them a couple years ago.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, does it feel so good? Because I look at the ink on this guy. It's all the way down to the tip. So I'm pretty close to using this whole pen.
This is
That's like a really good feeling.
I'm holding a relatively fresh boy.
Okay.
And this is a Pilot G7, and I do the 1.0, not the 0.7.
I think I do. I like 0.7.
Nice.
No,
Yeah.
0.7 is
Nice.
soft, dude.
Yeah.
The fine tip,
Well,
miss
it's
me.
not fine. It's the medium. I like the medium.
No, I hate that.
I'm a smedium. I got smedium looks. I got smedium intelligence. I drive a medium vehicle.
My note-taking game is like my rap game. I got thick flow.
Okay.
And what I need is the 1.0.
That's my urethra game.
Yeah, same. No,
Yeah.
it takes me,
very, very thick flow.
on average, it takes mammals 22 seconds to completely empty their bladder. That's a fact.
All right. Where did you conjure that one out of?
I know things.
Something wide.
Yeah, and my previous pin boy gave a little snappy do on the top, and it became a leaker.
You know what impresses me more about you not losing pins? Is you not snapping the clip off.
Never ever.
This happens to me day 2 or 3.
No.
I never have a pin that the clippy boy lasts the whole time.
So the only time I will accidentally snap a pin clip is when I'm sitting in the passenger seat and the seatbelt buckle catches it. That's the only time. Otherwise, my entire like mannerisms, nuances, and existence of life are based solely around protecting this pen that I am currently touching so that no other human being can penetrate my precious bodily fluids.
Okay, that's one way.
Do you ever or you just get new ones?
So both. The answer is both. The answer is both.
Because these guys have replaceable cartridges.
Yeah.
If you really want to go that route. The cartridges cost more than the pin itself.
It doesn't make sense.
It's so weird. Why does the cartridges cost more than the pin? It's a little piece of plastic.
It's like with Bic razors. The one I use, the Mach 3 or whatever, you can buy a whole new razor for less than what it costs to buy the razor replacement.
So dumb.
A pen and razor business.
Here's the wild thing.
Make my income that way.
Dog, they're owned by the same company. That's where it gets real dark.
Yeah.
Wow.
Tune in on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal. Welcome back to the program. Welcome back to 2 Men On. Isaiah, I think $10,000. I'm going to get good at this job one day.
I wouldn't bet you back on it.
So here's the thing. I'm just, like, you and I are friends. Like we were both at the same college at the same time. Like, it makes sense that we would make a 10,000 bet amongst each other. Like, that's a very normal thing that two people would do, unless, of course, our employers told us, man, that we could not do that. Betting gets you suspended. I can give you multiple examples, and even if that bet is quote-unquote in jest, even though it's on some social media platforms and it's be seen, and right now there's currently lawyers arguing that it was done playfully. But Jaden Daniels and Malik Neighbors have bet $10,000 on who wins Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, who places higher in Rookie of the Year for $10K. Seems benign. Doesn't seem like there's any kind of bleeplery going on. Like, there's really no foul play except for the basic, super solid, foundational fact that you can't do that. Oh, you can't do that. They tell you ad nauseum you can't do that.
How are they going to win Rookie of the Year if they're both suspended for the year? Like, how do you win Rookie of the Year when before you've even taken a snap, you are now suspended? And their suspension, of course, is brought to you by Prize Picks.
Yes, of course. I think they're in the clear for now, and let me tell you why. Because I don't think they've attended their rookie camps yet.
Oh,
They haven't
signed the thing.
Yeah, they don't know that it's a crime yet. The NFL hasn't told them it's a crime yet. So is it really a crime? If you don't know something, if you don't have knowledge of the fact, you're not liable.
And every Cowboys fan is like, suspend them or fine them or something.
Yeah. But, like, they haven't attended the camp where you learn about your finances, you learn about, you don't open up a pizza shop for your best friend from middle school, you don't blow all your money day one, you don't gamble.
And you don't
win
into the wind.
Like,
what other things do you need to tell them?
You don't mess around with Jim.
Yeah.
So they haven't gone there yet. You haven't gone to the class where you learn you can't gamble, so I guess you could gamble all the way up into that class.
If I'm Calvin Ridley, suing everyone immediately.
No, because he went to the class. He was in the class. He was in the class multiple times. We told you got the email. You were in the class when you're a rookie. You got the email updates every year. You don't have an excuse, Calvin. These kids do.
I'll be this guy too, though, because, and I've said this not just once but a million times, you got to hedge your bets. So one of them's got to take Marvin Harrison Jr. too.
Oh, smart.
So So you put 10 on yourself because you know you're going to win. And then you put 10 on Marvin Harrison Jr. in case he wins.
But what I understand is just who places higher in Rookie of the Year. You don't have to win the thing, because then there would be odds involved, and you'd have to bet different amounts, because I bet Jaden Daniels has better odds than Malik Neighbors. So, I mean, then that's a whole nother equation. I think of them, it's just one-on-one. Who does better? With that being said, still stupid.
Roger Goodell just goes, I can't handle this. You were the chosen one, Neighbors.
And Jaden Porter is like texting them, like, I'll take some of that action, boys.
I think you should leave it alone. Like, considering the fact, I mean, players betting in between players, right? I feel like that's a little different than, like, those guys going on Prize Pick and taking their lesser mores of what they know that at least the game plan is.
Yeah, that's right. Not just betting, double illegal betting.
Yeah,
that's the one. Yeah, not just legalized betting, double illegal betting. Let's go. The bookie days are over. That dude that you love so much, man, that you talk about all the time, like ad nauseum, endlessly.
Leslie Jones?
No, you hate Leslie Jones.
Go on.
Ipe?
Oh, yeah. He's an awful gambler.
33 years.
He just, like, couldn't get it together. Like, if he would have just kept winning and refilling, Shohei's account, like no one would ever know. You only get in trouble if you're a bad gambler.
When we get back from the break, we tell you what lineups you should set in Prize Picks.
Oh, let's go.
Yeah, I'm out of the head of the game right now, so I'm asking everyone to catch up to me.
Okay, let's go.
Also, these Caleb Williams is right there. Penix is right there. I mean, there's some. You know what I mean? Like neighbors, you're just giving away $10,000, brother. Also, Daniels is going to lose an ACL. Like, I'm not trying to be that guy. But let's be realistic here, statistically speaking.
They shouldn't play him all year.
No.
Shouldn't play him all year. Only guy that should play all year is Caleb Williams. Sit everyone else.
Marvin Harrison Jr.
Well, the quarterbacks. I think Caleb Williams is a huge favorite.
Statistically, if you play for the Giants, Daniel Jones had one ACL.
Left?
Jaden Daniels was his. We'll get back from the break. I got some sweet prize picks. Tune on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal. Controversial take. I'm not a Brianna Stewart guy.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not a Caitlin Clark like everyone else, like every other loser front runner. I'm a New York Liberty fan through and through, and I'm a Brianna Stewart mark.
I mean, that's what they say about you. Fred Slow.
Yeah.
New York Liberty guy. It used to be about the statue, but now it's the basketball team.
Yeah, it's about they should rip down the Statue of Liberty, that waste of space,
Okay.
and put up one of Brianna Stewart.
Okay. I'm just hearing about her the first time. How is she? What is she? What did she do?
She plays for the New York Liberty.
Okay, I got that part. More deets. I need more deets. Where's the beef?
She's like the other white one. She's the other white girl that plays in. There's Caitlin Clark, who's the number one. And
Yeah.
Brianna Stewart.
Okay, I know Sabrina Ionesco. Is she on that level?
So she's also on the Liberty.
Okay.
Yeah, so they're similar.
Okay. You just got a crush or what? You just like opening up your crush to the world? I don't understand.
I'm also
I didn't see her in the news today.
I'm also a Courtney Vandersloot guy.
Okay.
Who also plays for the Liberty. The Liberty are winning the chip this year in the WNBA.
I see what you're doing, and I'm ashamed it took me this long.
Yeah.
That's your prize picks lineup. You're doing your WNBA prize picks lineup.
No matter what,
Okay.
take Caitlin Clark. She's the promo go.
Yeah.
So she's the 0.5 points, take more.
Okay.
Okay?
So money.
That's a freebie.
That's a freebie.
That's a freebie.
Now, they're going to limit you. You're only going to get to do 20, 25 max.
Correct.
On your place, on what you wager. Okay? So, take that. Now, Van, I made a prize pick for us. And also I did my Caitlin Clark's. So I took Caitlin Clark and I took from last night, so you can't retro this.
Yeah.
But I took Caitlin Clark and last night I took Bryce Harper to have an off night and have a bad hitter fantasy score night.
Okay.
So I took the less on 8.5, which hit.
Yeah.
So no matter what, come Tuesday,
your boy's a big
winner. Yeah, your boy's a big winner. I'm a big winner.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Strong work, my friend.
Thank you.
Okay. It hurt my feelings you bet against Bryce Harper because I had him more than 1.5 hit runs ribbies yesterday.
Bad decision.
Yeah. I can't go against the show, even though my personal is also crushing.
Well, so I, for the show, went strictly with our personals, today.
Okay.
So I took Ronel Blanco more than 3.5 strikeouts, had 4 today.
Already hit.
Let's go. Now that game is still going on.
Yeah.
So he strong possibility more, but it doesn't matter.
Correct.
Tonight
I also had that one.
Tonight I have Sonny Gray, Van.
Same.
So I went with Ronel Blanco from your Houston Astros.
Correct.
Sonny Gray from my hometown St. Louis Cardinals.
Yep.
And I'm taking him more 37.5 pitcher fantasy score.
Okay.
So if Ronel did, and now if Sonny does, then our hometown teams have made your boys winners on the show.
Excellent. Well done. I also have Sonny Gray today.
Okay. Yeah.
I have more than 6 strikeouts. And let me tell you what I like about these 0.0 numbers. If you hit exactly 6 strikeouts, it's a push. Mm-hmm. You don't lose your lineup. It just drops down a tier. So it's like a little bit of insurance. I like it. A little safer. So I got more than 6 strikeouts for Sonny Gray. Also, I'm a big Cardinal guy today. I also have more 1.5 hits, runs, ribbies for Nolan Arenado. He's finally picking it up. He's finally acting like a real baseball player, and that excites me. And I put him in my lineup, and I already have 2 winners in my lineup, my friend.
So I'm going to piggyback what you just did. I'm going to take the more 5.5 pitcher strikeout, Sonny Gray. Mm-hmm. Okay, now that's a green goblin. Now also, because I'm that guy, Van,
okay,
I'm going to take the less. Michael Wacha and Reed Detmers. That's the Angels and the Kansas City Royals. I'm going to take less 0.5 first inning runs allowed.
Okay, so no runs for those guys.
Yes.
Okay.
How do you feel about that?
Angels, Royals?
Yeah.
No runs in the first.
That is what I'm saying.
That one, to me, is about as even as it gets.
Let's go for it.
Okay.
All right, so we're going for it. So obviously I'm doing power play because it's only 2. And then we're about to be big winners, boys. So
I like that a lot.
Yep, we're in the mix. When we get back from the break, we wrap up the first hour, a little NBA talk, because the best talking point of the summer came out last night, and Shaquille O'Neal was all over it. This is that Austin Rivers stuff.
Okay.
Was that 2 days ago? 1 day ago?
2 days.
2 days.
Yep. I had it on the list yesterday.
Didn't get to it.
We didn't get to it, so
thank you for saving it for me. Yeah, I needed this. It's 2 Men On, 95.9 FM and AM 610, live from Sadie's on 4th, the Sports Animal. to the program.
Oh, thanks, man. You weren't talking to me, were you?
Nope. Been here the whole time. You know my friend Jacob Fatu?
Sure.
Wrestles in the WWE.
Yeah, fun guy. I like him.
Hey, fun guy. So fun guy wrestles in the WWE. He does this thing when he talks to you, where after he tells you something, he hits you with the "Hey, stupid." But instead of saying "Hey, stupid," he says "Hello."
Uh-huh.
So so you're like, that one wasn't for me, was it? And you go, "Well, it wasn't for you." Hello.
It's good. It's a good shtick.
It's a very good stick. Oh gosh. I had to remember who this cat was. So Devin Funchess?
Okay.
Ring a bell?
Yes, it does. I think, what, in Michigan?
He played at Michigan. That is correct. He was, for people that think they know more about football than they really know, he was WR1 down there in Carolina. During the Cam Newton years.
Sure.
Okay, now it's ringing a bell.
You could play.
Yeah. Well, hold up.
Didn't suck.
Hold up. He could not play. Hello.
It's going to be a thing now, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm going to do it at least for the rest of the day.
That's a bummer.
Yeah. Is it a bummer?
Yeah.
Hello.
Uh-huh.
So
bad. Honey, you're not even doing it right.
You do it.
Okay, when the time is appropriate, I will.
Gotta come naturally.
Oh, I thought that was it. I thought you were about to do it. I felt it coming.
No.
You're like a coward when it comes to jumping into stuff. You put your surfboard in the water and skip so many good waves, dude. Like, just get up on your board.
One of us has the physical ability to surf. Hello. Say, I did it right.
Of the three of us on this broadcast right now, I'm the only one that I believe has ever surfed.
Oh, I've surfed.
It's hard, dude.
It is very hard.
It's incredibly hard.
One of the hardest things snowboarding?
A million times.
A bazillion times harder than snowboarding.
Snowboarding is if surfing had training wheels on top of a really comfortable foam pit of trampoline support.
So hard.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so hard.
So funny. So funny that's true. Hello. So Devin Funchess, who was a WR1, according to fantasy nerds. So he sucked with Carolina. You remember when Cam Newton was single-handedly winning NFL MVPs and NFC championships, and he had 0 position players around him? You remember this?
Oh, very well aware.
So he was one of those guys.
Cam's peak is like very few quarterbacks in the NFL.
He's the best to ever do it with not a single person around him. The best.
He had like young LeBron levels of help, which is 0.
No help.
Yeah.
Hello. So he had 0. So Devin Funchess has given up professional football. Okay, man? So Devin Funchess is now, this is real.
Okay.
He's playing basketball professionally.
Okay.
Do you believe it's in the NBA?
I would say no.
No, it's in Columbia.
Okay.
You know what's really weird about
In
him?
college.
Nope.
I look up Devin Funchess on ESPN, and his picture, he's in a Green Bay Packers jersey, but he's never listed to have played for the Packers.
Oh, he's just a fan. Yeah.
He's literally got a Packers jersey on, and he's only played for
Yeah, he's got Eric Crouch syndrome.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good reference if you get it.
Very strong. He's just a fan. He's just a Packers fan. I don't blame him.
So he's out. So the internet is saying he's the first NFL player to ever sign a professional for a different sport. I feel like this is not true.
There's no way that's
There's
true.
no way that
Absolutely no way that's true.
Like, you have to take the baseball, football ones out, right? Like, those don't count. That one's too easy. Baseball's too easy of a sport.
Oh, God, it's the hardest sport.
It is.
It's the hardest skill set sport, not physically demanding sport.
And in some cases, it can be.
Yeah, oh, definitely.
Dion was so good at it, he did them both in one day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, did it work there? Was that
no? You're still doing it wrong.
Do you guys remember which one he played first? I always forget. Was it the Super Bowl first?
Oh, well, hold on. It wasn't Super Bowl. I can help you with this.
Okay.
So he played during the day. He played a football game.
Yeah.
At noon or 1 o'clock Eastern or whatever, and then he flew
Chopper.
Yeah. To New York. It was in
the chopper.
Yeah. And then played in a World Series game that night.
Mm-hmm.
Like stole a base and then poured water on the greatest sports commentator of all time. I'm drawing a blank.
Tim McCarver.
Mm-hmm. Which was at the time, that was a real hello moment.
It's not true.
Okay. I feel like I'm going to get it. So he's playing in Columbia. I feel like a lot of basketball players could play football. I don't know if I feel a lot of football players could play basketball. Shooting is so hard.
Shooting's probably honestly the easiest part of basketball, I think.
Yeah, but the speed and the spacing and then like elite players playing defense against you, it's not easy.
Shaquille O'Neal can be a left tackle.
Oh yeah. Let's continue this discussion.
Our friend Gil's joining us when we get back too.
That's exciting.
It'll be fun to talk to him about it. When he sits down, you know what I'm going to say to him?
I have a good idea.
Hello! Tune in on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Channel, live from Sadie's on Fourth. Welcome back to the program. Welcome back to Two Men On, right here on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal. I'm Fred Sullivan. Nunley's here. Gilbert Sanchez joining us on the program. Gilbert, welcome.
Good early evening, gentlemen.
I need help. There's a mother in my life. Her name is Sandra Nunley, and I need to take real good care of her on Mother's Day.
He's trying to steal my mother again, Gilbert. I told you he was going to try again.
I do it better.
Wow. Mother thief?
Mm-hmm.
There's other words you could have said out.
Yeah, thanks for not.
You did a really good job just doing the right one there.
FCC. FCC?
Yes. Fred's
Championship Corner.
That's awesome.
Boom.
Yeah.
We are in the corner.
And there's a championship belt.
We are
Pointing right above us. Spotlight right there.
So what's up? Can I bring all the mothers in my life to Sadie's, and will you have a super special day for them?
It's going to be a beautiful day.
Okay, where?
Here, Sadie.
Yeah, okay, good.
What I wanted to get off my chest.
Oh,
yes, you can come here. But you know what I'm tired of? Sorry. Wow. No Diddy. Let me say something. I'm so tired of seeing, I'm going to have a mimosa with my mom. Mimosa? She wants a margarita.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm so tired of every year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mimosas with mom. Mimosas with mom. Mimosas with mom. She doesn't want one.
No.
She doesn't. Yes. How many years?
She had it last year.
Margs with Madre.
Yeah.
Everyone knows that.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing.
Mimi and Margs.
Margarita. She doesn't want a mimosa. Okay? She wants a margarita. That's it. Sorry.
Mimosa.
She's going to want a mimosa the following morning.
Yeah, another day. Give her money.
Sure.
I don't think she even wants one then. But I'm sorry. I had to get it off.
Thank you for that.
There were scissors on the table, too, right in front of me, so that probably scissors. That was probably scary.
No, I'm not.
Goes off to the side.
But do bring her, you're saying?
Bring her down. If you want a mimosa, bring her down, too. I mean, she wants a margarita.
She'd rather have a margarita.
She wants a margarita. We have some live music. OT, who was here last week for Cinco de Mayo, will bring his harp. His harp will be back.
They're harping it?
Yeah.
All right, what verb do you use for harping?
You just
I think that was it.
You just did
Harping?
it, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't think a subject is worth harping on, but okay, fine. Let's go for it.
Is stroke a word?
It is.
Do you use that
Stroking?
with a harp?
Stroking the harp. Plug. You tickle it.
Tickle.
Tickle the harp.
Yeah, I like that one.
Mm-hmm.
Stimulate.
Yeah.
Stimulate the strings.
Yeah.
I like it. He will be doing that. He'll be doing all of those verbs for you.
No one's going to take the lowest of low-hanging fruit. No one's going to do it.
No, you go.
Go for it.
Fine. You finger it. You finger the
that's
harp.
the way
Yeah.
to do it.
Okay.
Fine. I'll say it.
Some of those people harpist.
Harpooners.
All right, some harpooners.
Poor whales.
Gil. Not all whales. Ishmael.
That.
It's a Moby Dick reference.
No. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, that's right. So they wear on their fingers little plucky boys.
Yeah, Plucky Boys.
Now, not all of them, though. Some of them go raw.
You can go straight from sewing to harping. Harpooning?
If you're right-handed, do you put it in your right shoulder, or if you're right-handed, do you put it in your left shoulder?
You have to be ambidextrous, right? You go right in the middle.
I don't think it matters.
You put your right up against your junk, right in the middle, and then just spread them wide and finger that harp.
Sounds uncomfortable. You know what?
Yeah.
Everybody should come down and see what OT does this weekend. Sunday.
You don't put it on your sternum.
We won't be there live describing it either, so you're safe.
I don't live anywhere near my mom. Van, you don't live anywhere near your mom. Isaiah, you don't live anywhere near your mom.
Significantly closer.
Nope. It's my mom, the last resort. We all got to.
We're all going to share your mom.
Sloppies.
Holy moly. Hopefully my dad's not listening. My dad specifically said, hey, you do that radio thing on Thursday? I said, yeah, Dad, I'm going to be on this. And here we go.
Yeah.
Talking about my mother.
That's awesome.
Well, my dad and I'm all the weeks. You could ask.
Mother's Day at Sadie's is...
Yeah.
Because Sadie, as far as...
Top shelf mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Taking care of all of us.
Yeah,
To this day.
Never had a single mimosa.
Probably not.
Yeah, she went hard on Margs. Oh wow,
Margs only.
How'd you feel that hello was timed?
That was pretty good.
Oh, interesting, boys.
Scared me.
Well, if you finally got it right once, think for saving up the real one for Gilbert.
Gilbert is the real.
I am the real and right one.
I mean, so we're doing mom garitas. You gonna change the name for a day, or
mom garitas?
During the before the break, we were talking about, and I think we were all just in obvious agreement that NBA players could play in the NFL, but NFL players could not play in the NBA.
Yeah, so Austin Rivers.
Yeah.
By the way, I found out today Austin Rivers is not Austin Reeves, which I saw in my head for 2 days talking about this subject. It's a different human being.
It's similar initials.
Doc's son.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah.
I think that's like saying someone from Applebee's could work at Sadie's.
Oh, God, there's no way.
Someone at Sadie's could work at
just the best of the best.
Applebee's.
Just like
vice
the
versa.
elite could cross over to Sadie's.
Yeah, it'd be tough.
Yeah.
I think I've talked to you about this fair before. When I was running the health club in town, and I would hire people at the health club, if they had Sadie's on their application previously, I would hire them right away.
Really?
Because I knew they knew how to work.
You don't want to call me for a reference?
Well, I didn't know you at that time.
That's true.
Long time ago.
That was a long time ago.
We're good. How'd they work out?
Well, I don't know where they are in life now.
Well, no, for you.
I mean, they seem fine. I just
worked out.
Yeah, it's not that hard to clean a locker room.
They were folding towels.
I mean,
they're fine.
Stuff. I can't fold a towel.
No, I could teach you. You're coachable. You worked at Sadie's. I know this.
Yeah, coachable. That's right. That's all you want. Someone coachable. Someone with a brain.
Well, that's what we're saying about I think, and I don't think I'm very wrong on this, that some of the big boys that have ever done it in the world of the NBA could do it in the world of the NFL. I think the athleticism translates to where if you want to throw a ball on a 6-yard out, LeBron James could have been the next Rob Gronkowski. That's what I'm saying.
I think
Rob Gronkowski could not play basketball.
40-year-old LeBron, not so much.
No.
Prime LeBron, if he goes to the NFL, he's the third best tight end immediately.
Ever.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a couple of factors that go to it. I feel like if you just put an NBA player in as a gadget player, the way the Saints would use Hill, or when J.J. Watt used to run routes, I think if you use an NBA guy like that, then they can last. But do I think an NBA player can last being a big part of an offense? I don't think they'll have the toughness to.
J.J. Redick would be a better NFL player than J.J. Watt would be an NBA player.
Hard disagree on that example.
What?
Hard disagree.
You could have made it better. I get your point, but there's better examples.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not looking at J.J. Watt and being like, that guy's got a 12 to 15-foot jumper. I'm not seeing that, boys.
But you know JJ. Yeah, he'd be a force in the paint.
No one plays in the paint.
And knowing JJ, he would put in the work.
J.J. Redick, 100%.
JJ Watt would be good at it eventually. And it wouldn't take that long.
The brain. Your brain's got to be able to learn all these plays, all that stuff.
I think Zay said was toughness. And that's why all these basketball players aren't on the gridiron already, right? Because they're I don't want to get my head caved in for 60 minutes.
Hold up.
And then also got the helmets and the equipment and the heat.
Yeah.
A lot of NBA players, and you guys might not know this, are from countries that don't mess with the NFL. So let's not for a second think it has to do with...
Oh, Luka never crossed my mind. I was not thinking of Luka. Jokic, maybe.
Yeah,
Jokic's brothers would be fantastic in the NFL.
D linemen.
Yeah, they would be so good.
Go get them. Real conversation. Who is the NFL player that would go to the NBA right now and be that dude? I just don't see him.
I was thinking about this yesterday, and I got one.
Okay.
We roast him on this program all the time.
Tyreek Hill.
Micah Parsons would be Zach Randolph immediately.
Mm-hmm.
He would just immediately be Zach Randolph.
Zach Randolph, not
like 10 points, 20 boards a game. Micah Parsons immediately.
God, I don't know, dude. You know how hard it is? It's at the NBA level. I'm not talking the why. I'm not talking whatever the NBA equivalent of the U.S. Open Cup is. I'm talking the NBA.
The NBA.
You have to be automatic.
Yeah.
You have to be.
I got majority of the wide receivers are able to run a fast break and catch an alley-oop. If you see a lot of these times, like even Justin Herbert, I was watching his highlights. In high school, he was rising up and dunking on kids.
So I think it has to be quarterback. That's a good point. Because I think a quarterback is the only guy, because passing is kind of like shooting, I guess.
But he was dunking on kids, though.
Well, of course.
Daniel Jones was like an all-state basketball player.
That tracks to me. Quarterbacks, I think, of it.
At that level, right? Does it change? At that level, I mean, you should be dunking on everybody.
Daniel Jones had offers to go play at Duke. So you know you're the best of the best if you're getting Duke scholarships.
For sure. And also, I think it's just like when you look at a guy like Herbert, you don't expect him, because dunking's not easy. And Herbert, he's not, I mean, he's tall, but he still has to be a certain level of athletic to be dunking a basketball on a court while dribbling. And I feel like if he can do it, I guarantee at least 70% of wide receivers are able to rise up and dunk.
Yeah, but that's not the game of the NBA. Like, that's part. Like, I'm not going to say it's not part.
Yeah.
But you got, like, today's NBA, like, we shoot three-pointers, today's NBA, like...
Yeah, 7-footers shoot three-pointers now.
Yeah, like, it's a whole other deal. But I think, hey, what's the name of that kid that you really like, Gilbert, that played at Indiana State and just transferred to SLU?
Oh, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar?
Yeah. Put a little size on this cat and just have him walk on as a right guard somewhere. Like, I feel like that would work.
NBA player, like just their size, like you take somebody who's a center or a power forward, you just feed them ice cream before they go to bed every night.
Yeah.
They're an offensive lineman in 3 months.
Quick.
Like, sure. Yeah. Like, I think the athleticism and the skill sets transfer easier for NBA to NFL.
I think so.
Yeah.
You know, it says your boy, Keon Coleman, the 6'4" big play receiver, sparingly played as a forward at Michigan State before focusing on football full time.
There's a handful of dudes who lived that life.
Sure.
The tight end for the Chargers all those years.
Antonio Gates.
Was one of those dudes.
He's
college basketball player.
Yep.
The tight end for the Chiefs all those years. Tony Gonzalez.
Yeah.
College basketball player.
Yeah.
Julius Peppers.
Yep.
North Carolina guy. Yeah, he was
that's a really good one.
pretty dominant too. Yeah.
The real answer though is the kid who played for the Knicks, the Heisman winner from Florida State who played.
Allen Houston. No,
Charlie Ward.
Charlie Ward is the one.
Yeah.
Charlie Ward is the only guy, because Charlie Ward could have played in the NFL.
Sure. Yeah.
And there have been some guys like Charlie Ward, but Charlie Ward is like one of one.
Concur.
Heisman Trophy winner. I'm going to go ahead and play in the association.
Yeah.
That's the move.
I think it's important to name drop Myles Garrett. And we've seen this guy terrorize people on the court. And granted, it was pickup. But this guy can get his head to the rim. He's fast. He's athletic. I mean, everyone knows how athletic this guy is. Myles Garrett is a force power forward.
Agree completely.
When's the last time any of you three dudes have played pickup basketball? Like, or even watched it? Have you been around it? Because it's not what we remember as kids. So pickup basketball today is not actually groups of like kids or young adults saying, I got next. What it is like 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 like pretty good basketball players, and then all their buddies shooting Instagram videos of them. Like, it's not what it was when we were kids. And I'm not saying I know this Myles Garrett situation, but am I saying that it was set up in a way to where he looks like a dude on social media during a thing?
I've seen Myles Garrett dominate like celebrity games with like athletes from other sports too. Like he would immediately he'd get a gig.
Cam Ward though?
He'd get a gig.
He's one of the best athletes of all sports.
Yeah.
I think. Myles Garrett. It says Mahomes averaged 19 points as a junior in high school.
And he was a pitcher, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I would not imagine Mahomes scoring 19 points. I guess he's crafty.
It is wild to me when those 3 sport dudes pick football. Like, if baseball is an option to you, always take baseball.
Oh, yeah, I agree.
The money.
Yeah.
The money.
And the health.
And the health. And you get to live, in theory, 30 separate lives.
Yeah.
You get to go every year and have 30 little franchises you've set up around the country. That's awesome. Get one good tax guy and you're set.
It's the grind for baseball, though. If you're not a major leaguer right away,
I tell you what, every professional athlete loves the grind.
Sure.
Like every sport. And the ones that don't, Ricky Williams, they don't stick around.
Also, they got their hands on something that's not being tested yet. Like, don't get it twisted. Like, these guys are on whatever the new version of the cocaine in the 80s or the greenies in the 70s or, straight up methamphetamine in the 60s. Like, they got the new version of that.
Are you getting performance enhancing or life enhancing?
Yes.
What was it? The clear? What's the clear?
Exactly. The clear. That's a steroid. Yeah.
Whatever. For all your life?
Whatever the new version of that is.
clear. That's the airport thing where you get to go past security.
Gilbert Sanchez, everyone. Mother's Day at Sadie's. What time are the doors open?
Mother's Day will be 10 a.m. But come tomorrow if you want. That's 11. Beat the crowds.
Julio Rodriguez would be an all-pro wide receiver in the NFL right now.
He'd be doing better than he's hitting right now, right? Isn't that right?
It's rough. Yeah,
it's been 11 to 1.
He's just taking up space on the fantasy team. It's very frustrating.
Turn it around. Hopefully.
He will not turn it around.
No, he will. He's too good. He's way too good.
I hope so. This is a very promising year.
At least go on a heater for a week and increase his trade value. So I can dump that loser on somebody else.
The Astros? We're just talking Bregman to
Bregman for Julio? Yes, please.
No, we're not. I'm sorry. You can get a starting pitcher for Bregman.
No Julio?
No.
Didn't Bregman hit a dinger today?
No, he got a single today. And
that's a big deal for him.
And I celebrated like he just won the lottery.
We'll take him.
He's not been that guy.
No. He's batting below the Mendoza line. An MVP candidate the past 5 years is hitting below the Mendoza line.
Is he off the juice? Is that what you're trying to say?
I didn't say that. I said he's off the greenies.
Allegedly.
I watched Mitch Garber hit a walk-off the other day, and I go, This is nice.
That was good.
This is a cool thing.
That was so good.
That's not his first of the season, too.
What a bad dude.
Clutch. Dude's clutch.
Are you playing Prize Picks with us?
Yes.
Are you winning?
No.
Are you having fun, and is it adding excitement to the game?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good.
I love Prize Picks. Like, I love it. And I also love when my friends are losing at it.
That's not nice.
But I like when my friends of the show are winning at it. Because I'm currently winning, and it makes me believe that no one is listening to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, don't let my nonchalant approach to Prize Picks fool you. I'm a sniper.
Watch out.
Ow! It's 2 men on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
They lost in southbound on I-25 right now between Paseo and Montgomery. Traffic's moving slow.
the party don't stop. It's time to rock. It's time to rock. It's time to rock. Hey, yo, we take it to the top. It's time to rock. It's time to rock. It's time to rock. We go hard in the block. It's time to rock. It's time to rock. It's time to rock. Yeah. Yo, the party didn't start to my
The worst fan base in the NFL. Also Cleveland up by 10. Over Cleveland early. The worst fan base in the NFL is Dallas Cowboys. It's the worst one.
Debatable, but they're on Rushmore for sure.
Yeah. The second worst one is the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Debatable, but I don't put them on Rushmore.
And Cowboys fans will tell you no, Pittsburgh's worse, but I promise you it's the way I've said it.
Okay.
So, Pittsburgh's best player is this cat, Najee Harris. You're familiar with him?
Their ex-best player. Ouch. He gone. Contract year. He thought he had a little security, but all of a sudden it's a contract year.
It's hard out there for running backs right now.
Yeah.
You don't say a thing. Don't say a thing.
There's two good ones.
And I get that your team is doing dumb stuff, Pittsburgh. I get that you're signing 2 quarterbacks for some reason. And not just...
Well, 1 quarterback and 1 kick returner.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I get that you're not setting your team up for success, but if you're in a position that not only has not had a pay increase since the year 2000, but has actually taken a loss considering inflation at that position,
sure,
don't say things. Stop it. Stop saying things.
It's so much easier not to put your foot in your mouth. As a guy who does it like once a show, like,
hello,
it'd be easier not to do it. But I have a different job than you, homie. You're the one that's not supposed to do it. I'm the one that it's a job requirement.
No one wants a guy around that doesn't want to be around. And then, actual or perceptive, right? Like,
the second he opened his mouth, the phone started ringing.
Yeah.
For the GM. I was like, hey, you want him out of here? Like, you want our next year's 7th rounder? Like,
yeah.
We'll take him.
I mean, you know what we'll do? Like, just like the fan base with you is cool. We'll also, just like the Rams did, we'll swap you a 6th for a 7th, and you send us.
Yeah.
What was that cat's name? The wide receiver that was traded? Slozhanik or whatever? Yeah, that dude's gone. Like, this is not a league. You're not bigger than the game.
Sure.
Like, and I've talked about this with the NFL a lot because I feel like the NFL is trying to kill the NFL. In the NFL, even if they do the thing they want all the time, present it as like the labor winning. Present it pro-labor. Present it
right
like athletes to stars.
Yep.
I just don't want to split carries with Justin Fields. Shut up. Shut up.
Yeah. Also, that's awesome. That makes your team better. You got a guy that can do that and take pressure off of you. You're better when you're not doing 25 carries a game. If you could do like 12, 15 good carries a game, you're better because of it. Like, you're winning because of it.
When you end up,
you will get paid because of it. If you take your 25 carries and suck, you're going to be out of a job. If you get 15 carries and excel, you're going to keep cashing checks.
The other side to that side is if he's like, hey, I don't want to split carries with a quarterback, which I think is a real thing.
Mm-hmm.
If the other side of his mouth, he's saying, I don't want to block for the other quarterback.
Yeah.
You end up with like what do you want to do?
Not have a job.
His agent is saying he's not saying this, just for the record. Like, let's be real transparent on that.
Okay. Of course they are. It's their job to say that. Whether they say it or not, they're going to say that.
And then it sucks for the fan base, like, because the second worst fan base is the Pittsburgh Steelers fan base. It might be the Washington Guardians. No, it's Pittsburgh. So, because they don't get it. They think players are supposed to love the team that they've loved their entire life as much as they do, and they don't. Players do not at all care. They don't care what uniform they wear. Like, they don't, none of that is a thing to them.
Well, you're painting with the broad brush, but I know what you're saying. Like, it's mostly true.
Pittsburgh Steelers fan right now is super hypocritical about this thing. If you were to find the biggest Pittsburgh Steelers fan that you know whoever this is in your head, friend of the show, maybe it's you. Tell me where Le'Veon Bell is right now.
Yeah.
Like, tell me anything about
Not necessary. And Steeler fan already dislikes Najee Harris because they invested emotionally in Najee Harris thinking he was going to be that dude coming out of Alabama. I thought he was going to be the next Derrick Henry, and they got wildly disappointed. So now that he's saying stuff like this, Steeler fans like to hit the road.
Well, it's super real because they didn't pick up his fifth-year option.
Yeah.
And that's like a very reasonable, like $6 or $7 million in the world of that league and that profession. So that's the team telling you, forget you.
Yeah.
That's what that is.
Mm-hmm. Also, separate from all of this stuff, he's an underperforming running back.
Yeah.
They declined his option before he opened his mouth.
Hello.
Mm-hmm.
Was that a good?
I think you did it.
Yeah.
Hey, you got it. You nailed it.
I told you.
Yep.
Timing is my thing, like comedically. I mean, I'm no Leslie Jones.
Who is?
Hey,
Let's be honest here.
Hey, it's been like an hour since you've talked about how much you hate Leslie Jones. Would you like to say anything about it, or?
Are we up against the break?
Yep.
Okay. Well, I'll wait till the next one.
The next what?
Segment.
Nice. NBA talk whenever we get back. It's 2 minutes on 95.9 FM and AM 610. Sports Animal. How do you suck so bad you get fired on your off day? Oh, man. You got Craig. So Pat Beverly catches a 4-game suspension.
Deserved.
Now, he's not even playing, but he got a 4-game suspension.
Well, he acted a fool on their on the way out. So you don't have to be actively playing to catch a suspension. They'll just roll it over to the next year. So no Pat Bev the first 4 games of next year, or if he has a job, wherever he does or does not have a job,
Who do you think
he'll be suspended for 4 games.
Who do you think he'll be playing for?
Shanghai Sharks, I don't know.
Not the Bucks?
Huh?
Not the Bucks?
No.
The last time I saw you this happy about someone not being around, it would have been the 2020 COVID season of Saturday Night Live because they had just fired Leslie Jones.
I thought you were going to say Deshaun Watson.
You hate. Hey, rank them 1A and 1B. Who do you hate more, Deshaun Watson or Leslie Jones?
Oh, Jeffrey Epstein by a hair.
Awesome. So he's not even playing, and he's get 4 games. He'll appeal, they'll take it down to 2. Is that how this thing works?
Was he stealing boxes?
Wow, that's a very good one.
Thank you.
All right, smarting up, I don't get it.
Craig from Friday got fired on his day off.
Dang it, I forgot I made a Friday reference earlier.
Mm-hmm.
God, I suck so bad at this thing. I'm good at radio sometimes. Now, right now, you were just better than me.
That's okay.
That's never happened.
It's a long show.
Isaiah, cut that off. We need Van getting one over on me for the archives.
If we had to count
Noted.
all the references that I drop that you miss, it would be more significantly than good Leslie Jones sketches.
So this is really going to hinder the Bucks' chance at a championship next year, right, guys?
No, Giannis's health kind of does that, and Dame Lillard's health, and Doc Rivers being their coach,
That's the big problem.
and their market, and how much they invest in their team, and free agents willing to go to Wisconsin to play basketball.
Do you think, and maybe I'm wrong here, but do you think Silver is too soft on players? And maybe it's the association's union, but do you think he's too soft on guys that will just create like a social media ruckus? Because I was thinking 10 games. I was thinking 5 for messing with the fan, 5 for messing with the news gal, 10 games.
Yeah.
But Pat Beverly is the guy who would go, well, yeah.
Yeah. Jamal Murray just threw a towel at a referee and threw a heating pad on the court, and he didn't even get suspended at all.
What type of towel?
He got a $100K fine, which is nothing when you're making that type of money. That's like, what, 1/90th of his contract? That's like fining one of us $37. $100K to them is like $37.
$37 is what you and I will spend at Sadie's tonight for dinner.
Uh-huh.
I don't feel like anyone is spending $100,000 on dinners. That's money.
You know.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah. It happens often. It's happening right now.
Is Adam Silver a coward, and does he has zero dog in him?
Oh God, in the 1,000th percentile.
Like, you got to do better. You know, and you have to send messages. And when you have a person where you're like, oh, it's easy to send a message right now because universally everyone hates Pat Beverly.
Yeah, he sucks. And he has for quite some time.
Is David Stern dead?
That's a great question.
Right, he's rolling over in his grave.
I do not know the answer to that.
He would have gave Pat Bev 15 games on the mini.
Oh, for sure.
You know what he did to Ron Artest?
No, he would have done half a season and then negotiated down to like 15 or 20 games.
David Stern died on New Year's 2020.
Told you.
January 1st, 2020. Isn't that
Missed out on
isn't that
COVID?
cute? Yeah.
That would have been fun.
Hey, that's when I was like pre-COVID existence. You remember those times?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it hadn't made it ashore yet. They didn't hit the shore until January, allegedly.
Yeah, depending on what news source.
Yeah, what do I know?
Yeah.
Take that with a grain of salt. Literally anything that sounds like fact coming out of my mouth, grain of salt, please.
100% grain of salt.
Yeah.
You getting facts correct? Less likely than a funny Leslie Jones Saturday Night Live sketch. Isaiah, have you ever watched Saturday Night Live?
I have, but not recent enough to remember Leslie.
You say her full name.
I had to Google her earlier. I recognized her.
Do you hate her?
Nah, I don't hate her. You gotta give me a reason to hate her.
Van does.
Number one reason, Van, why you hate her.
I don't hate anyone. Fred's putting words in my mouth, but he's not good.
She's not good.
She ruined Ghostbusters.
Oh, the all-women remake?
Yeah.
Here's how bad the all-women remake was of Ghostbusters.
I know. She ruined the all-woman Ghostbusters so bad, Susan B. Anthony is rolling over in her grave. And it's like, you just set women back a decade.
That was 6 years ago that came out. It's so bad that we're still making jokes about it.
Yeah. The movie was so bad, they immediately hired a bunch of children to make us forget that they hired women to be Ghostbusters.
Oh, is there kid Ghostbusters now?
There's 2.
Shut up.
They went so poorly, they enlisted Paul Rudd to try to save it.
How bad was Ron Burgundy at the Tom Brady roast?
Not great.
It was terrible.
Yeah, it wasn't great. It was supposed to be bad, but it was
like that bad though.
It was supposed to be bad, and it was like bad.
It was legit. It was shoot bad.
Yeah, it was legit bad.
I don't think that character works 20 years after that character.
It's been done better. The Madison Square Garden Knickerbockers thing made me laugh. I thought that was a good start, and it just fell off immediately from there. But thank God, for Ron Burgundy's sake, Ben Affleck existed, because Ron Burgundy wasn't the worst one.
Did he just
Ben Affleck bombed?
Did he
so
run
hard.
off stage?
Yeah. He knew how bad he bombed. He's like, I'm leaving. I can't show my face around here anymore.
Why didn't he drink a single drink of water before he went out there?
It was wild.
He was like, what do you? That's the sound a puppy makes when you're late getting home from work.
Yeah, you're accurate.
I feel like the two guys, I thought they were, at the beginning, I thought they were going to be bad, but they kind of, snowball affected. They, started off slow and then kept getting more and more intense. I thought by the end, they were a pretty good act.
Which two dudes?
The two guys who went up, and did, a duo. I'm not sure their name.
Oh, no, they sucked. So that was
That's not their best work.
Tom Segura and his boyfriend?
Kreischer.
Yeah.
I've never seen them before.
Oh, you're not missing out. Yeah.
Tom Segura, in his defense, has some good stand-up. Bert Kreischer doesn't.
No, he's never been good.
It does not.
I do remember one being seemingly funnier than the other. So I think I may be able to...
Tom Segura is funnier than Bert Kreischer. And Tom Segura is slumming with Bert Kreischer right now.
Concur. Yeah, concur.
And there's not a way to save Bert Kreischer. Because do you remember Dane Cook?
Very.
Okay. So Bert Kreischer has already told his 2 jokes. He has Dane Cook trajectory. It's over.
Well, all he has to do is, start stealing a bunch of people's jokes like Dane Cook did. That's way easier.
Is that what Dane Cook did?
Yeah.
The only thing I thought Dane Cook stole was your girl.
Yeah. I mean, that's the problem. He's one of the few good-looking funny comedians.
Yeah.
And you got to be real funny to be that good-looking and successful.
There's only
by the way, a guy just walked by, friend of the show, waved and said hi, and then started playing hacky sack right next to us.
I saw that
in the bar
inside Sadie's.
Yeah, he's very, very skilled. By the way, very skilled.
To be a good-looking comedian, your stuff has to be so good,
upper echelon.
There's only a handful. Jamie Foxx is one.
Yeah,
Jamie Foxx is The funniest.
You can't compare Jamie Foxx to anybody for anything.
No, he's unreal.
Music, acting, comedy.
Yeah.
He's a guy that can go straight from comedy to the NFL. Forget NBA.
Yeah,
players.
that's a good one. Yeah.
he could do whatever he wants.
I don't know if Ryan Reynolds ever did stand-up, but he is that mix of comedy and looks.
Nah, that's way different. You could be like movie funny and be good.
What about that guy? What's his name? Matt Rife? Matt Reef? Like the new
Yeah, he's
guy?
not funny though. He's just
not
good
funny.
looking.
he's very like he's risky. Like
Oh.
with some of his jokes, I'm like, oh, don't get canceled, buddy.
Okay, yeah. Well, hold on. This guy's also not good looking. This guy he's just got a meme face.
He looks like the guy from Big Mouth. I don't know if you guys have seen that cartoon.
All right, let me look up some dumb stuff.
I have not.
Big Mouth.
Yeah, look up Big Mouth.
I obviously have never seen whatever this is. Oh no, whatever this is sucks.
I'm not a Big Mouth fan, but it's a character comparison. It's the main character's best friend, the shorter guy with black hair.
Is John Mulaney good looking?
He's not bad looking.
So maybe he's in the mix.
Oh, I'm forgetting one of the goats.
Jon Stewart.
Not bad looking either. Jim Carrey. He's like a good looking guy.
Yeah, he's a good looking
Yeah,
guy.
he's hilarious.
And then you end up with a whole different thing. Is it's like with the ladies.
Oh, never mind.
But
Eddie Murphy.
yeah, Eddie Murphy's pretty good looking.
Yeah, he's a good looking dude. Like I've seen Eddie Murphy like in person, like in real life in the wild. He's like a legit, like beautiful human species. He's like so good.
All right, so the texter's saying John Hamm. I think there's some confusion.
Yeah,
We're not.
we're not talking just like randomly good looking guys.
No, like what are you doing here?
Good looking stand up comedians because it is so hard to be funny and good looking.
Young Steve Martin was good looking.
Okay, I got you there. That's a good one. I don't know if a lot of people know who he is. Anthony Jeselnik.
Yeah, Anthony Jeselnik is good looking.
Hilarious.
And hilarious.
Yeah.
I think I'm a funny guy. I think we're all funny guys.
Yeah,
we're all
stand-ups though.
Yeah, that's a different level.
Take the compliment.
That's a
Take
different
the
level.
compliment.
Yeah, also, yeah.
Colin Jost.
We're all funny and good looking. That is correct.
Yeah, I would put Colin
You're correct,
Jost.
Isaiah. Thank you.
Andy
Feel free to
Samberg.
say that whenever you want.
Is Andy Samberg on the list?
He's not bad looking. I wouldn't say he's like classically good looking.
Oh, Mark Normand is funny. No one knows who that is, though.
Mark Normand, I wouldn't put him in the good looking category.
Oh, okay.
I would definitely put him in the not bad looking category.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Okay.
And also, because we're talking about funny and comedians, we named no women. It's 2 Men On, 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Leslie.
Welcome back to the program. Program is 2 minutes off. The Knicks are going to go to the Eastern Conference Finals. That's like a given at this point.
I think so.
They're going to play the Celtics in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Agree.
And it will set all records for viewership ratings.
For conference finals.
Yeah.
Agree.
Yeah. The NBA is awesome.
Tatum versus Brunson, like that's a hell of a matchup.
Fred, what's the one thing you missed on sports worse in your entire career? Jalen Brunson. I had no idea. When he signed with the Knicks, we can go back to the tip, and I was like, hi-ho, we wow, hello.
Same.
No,
Yeah, we were giving him his flowers yesterday, and then he goes and has a Willis Reed moment. Hurts his foot, comes back after halftime, lights it up, leads his team to win on the anniversary, the exact same day Willis Reed did it in the finals.
All right, wow. All right, that was Game 7 of the finals. Let's not.
Yeah. Same date.
Oh my God.
Same calendar day.
Man,
Yeah.
There's 364 opportunities for that.
There's 364 May the 8th every year. Is that what you're saying?
I mean, you kind of get what
Because there's not. There's only one.
The Knicks have been so bad for so long that they're still celebrating the thing from 40 years ago.
Yeah. Pretty legendary moment. But you've been bad for so long, like, you can't just keep talking about Spike Lee going to every game. Like, you got to be good eventually.
Do you remember when Hart went over to Josh Hart when he went over to Reggie Miller and just dropped the F-bomb on
Yeah. That was
20 seconds.
Wow. It's 2 minutes on 95.9 FM at AM 610. Sports Animal.
Mike's hot.
It's a beautiful day for us here at Sadie's on 4th, and there's no sun in Mudville because Josh Sushan has to be in El Paso. Josh, welcome to the program, brother.
Thank you for having me on the program.
Our condolences.
Hey, he's coming back. He doesn't have to stay there. Oh, come back down after a few more wins.
The El Paso connection is infuriating to this segment.
It always is.
It always is.
Every single time.
They are straight sabotage. Josh, you still with us?
I'm trying to find a place where I can hear you guys. Yeah, I'm hearing you now.
Well, great. Welcome back to the program, Josh Sushan, live from El Paso, or as we call it, where cell phone signals go to die.
In dreams.
That is not on the mayor's website, but I appreciate you guys looking out for me.
They know.
We got you.
Yeah, they know.
Big win for the Isotopes yesterday, and I believe this is the first time all year they've been even in a series. Is that correct?
No, that is not correct, because we were 1-1 to begin the season, and that was also against El Paso. And there might have been another time that we were 1-1, but there was at least one other time. So, you know, when Peyton Battenfield starts, I like our chances of winning. Each of our last 2 wins have been when he starts, because he throws a lot of strikes, he works quickly, and he gets a bunch of outs. And then the bats kept hitting all game long. You got to keep adding on runs. And they did that yesterday, and needed them all.
There's something about an offense when you can defensively go out there and get outs really fast. I really like, in my opinion, I really like teams that can move through defensively because you never lose like your rhythm in the box. You have the same opinion on that?
Yeah, for sure. And that's one of the things that's kind of interesting about the whole pitch timer thing is that when you watch a game, guys can't take too much long, now because of the timer. But when guys are throwing strikes, it's natural that they want to slow themselves down. They want to try to break the rhythms. They want to use as much time as they can. And you can see it in the body language of players. And I don't just mean Isotopes. I mean at every level. Pro, major league, minor league, college. You see a lot of guys, they're just sitting down. They're playing with the dirt, hands on their hips. And as much as you want them to be as locked in and mentally ready for every pitch, no matter what, human nature is you're going to be more ready when the pitcher is working quickly and throwing a bunch of strikes than when he's taking a long time and he's walking a bunch of dudes.
Sam Hilliard is still crushing the baseball. There's a log jam in the Rockies outfield. At this point in Sam Hilliard's career, do you let him go somewhere where he's going to get some major league at bats? What's the game plan here?
Ooh, that's an interesting question. I think they put it this way: if I'm the general manager of any team, I want to hang on to as many good players as I can, because anytime that you start to think that you have too many players in a certain position, something's going to happen, right, Fred, with your Cardinals? Right?
We're not.
You look at the Giants, right? The Giants got rid of Joey Bart, who was supposed to be the catcher of the future, and because they didn't have room for him. And then their starting catcher gets hurt, and then their backup catcher gets hurt. And now all of a sudden, they're taking 2 guys from AAA to try to fill the spot. And I know the catcher's a little bit different in the outfield, but I'm selfish. I want Sam Hilliard on the Isotopes as much as possible, and I want to have as many good guys, as many good players as possible at every position throughout my farm system.
He has 3 homers in the last 7. Man, you know how many career Isotopes home runs Sam Hilliard has?
What is that now? Yes. 69.
Nice. Who's on the pregame tonight, Josh?
On the pregame was Peyton Battenfield.
Good get.
Probably because I've been thinking about him. That's probably why I brought him up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, this is a guy who spent a bunch of time in the major leagues last year, and then he goes to the Mets, and then the Mets, he was in spring training with the Mets, and as he explained, they didn't have an immediate rule for him to start the season, and so he actually asked for his release. You just look at the transaction log, and it just says Mets release Peyton Battenfield, and you're going, wait a minute, why would they release a guy? Well, he asked for his release because he wasn't getting the opportunity that he thought that he could get somewhere else. So I talked to him anyways about that and about just acclimating with the isotopes. I think it's always interesting when someone doesn't have spring training, the bond with the boys, and what's that like. You know, even just like, who's my throwing partner? You know, like, who's my lunch buddy? You know, and so I think those are interesting things to find out about. And again, he's been pitching really well. He joined us. He's only 3 starts, but he's been great.
Sush, not an ideal start to the season, 10-25 for our Isotopes. I see a lot of talent on the roster. I believe they'll turn it around. The question I have for you is you're around these guys all the time. Does it seem like they're having fun playing baseball? Is that locker room unity still there? Are they still getting each other's backs? Are the vibes there for the Isotopes?
Absolutely, 100%. And that's the thing. If you're in the clubhouse before games, if you're on the field during batting practice, you would never know that they have the record that they have, because not only do they have the energy, they're constantly supporting each other. Like the way the guys talk to each other around the cage during batting practice, just to try to pump each other up, things like that. In fact, one of the things that Peyton said in our interview, and not to spoil the whole thing, he said, whenever he's been, it's always been a really welcoming whenever he's arrived to a new team, but he said that this team even more so was totally welcoming when he joined. And that's really comforting to hear. You know, it's good to, when I see that, that's where kind of the disconnect comes from, is you would think that, maybe after games, it's probably a much different story. But one of the hallmarks of being a pro is that when you show up to the ballpark, nobody should know what your record is. No one should know what your batting average is. No one should know what your ERA is. And I'll give these guys credit. That's definitely the case.
So obviously, day game yesterday in El Paso, and then you had to spend the night in El Paso. Is it? I mean, what, you just like stay in and watch a movie? Or are you trying not to breathe the air down there? Like, kind of walk me through how you keep your mental stability when forced to spend a recreational evening in the city of El Paso.
Trying to get caught up on a bunch of stuff that I neglected the previous 2 days. You know, you actually think about like the turnaround that we had, and I don't want to make it seem like this is not like a woe is me or woe is us. We're very fortunate that we do what we do. Bus left to Albuquerque at 8 a.m. I'm up 6:30, something like that.
It's pretty regular.
Get in at noon, drop off the stuff. I grab lunch, come over, go to the game. Then you turn around and you play an 11 a.m. game the next day. I had a whole bunch of people that are wondering if I was still alive, probably wondering why I had not gotten back to them. So I used it as a time to catch up, get some dinner, go to bed, try to get into the workout this morning, and start to feel a little bit more of a routine of a night game.
And definitely did not go out into the city of El Paso. Could not chance it.
I got dinner out in the city of El Paso. I chanced it.
Wow. Whoa. The stones on this guy.
Hey, Josh,
yeah. That's a man's man.
Do you set up for like the summer? Do you set up like a book reading series? Do you set up like a TV bingey thing when you're just living like hotel road life?
Ooh, that's a good question. I've had years where I've had a goal, like how many books can I read? And I've had years where I've just really got locked in on a bunch of different Netflix shows. I didn't go into this year with a game plan. I actually do have a bunch of books that I've been meaning to read, and I keep forgetting to bring them with me. Honestly, usually my favorite time to read is on planes, and we actually have not been on a plane in a long time. So I'll probably get back into my book reading then. You know, I have so many other side projects that I'm working on these days that I end up spending almost all of my free time just writing something or creating something or editing something, or trying to shamelessly promote it on social media.
Leave the books at home, travel light, travel right. We all know that.
Yeah, I mean, forget how many books you can read. Sush, how many books can you write during the season?
That's a good one.
Yeah, that is a good one. As of now, it's 0. I have 0 on. I'm just trying to figure out the topic to write for tomorrow's Substack or Sunday's Substack. You guys usually do a good job of like giving me ideas, so go for it.
For your Substack? Okay.
Yeah.
What if you had to write a living eulogy for me, but it was as if Van was presenting it at my funeral?
That's a fantastic idea, except that nobody who reads my Substack knows who you two guys are except for you two guys.
Well, first off, I read it every single new Substack, looking for references for us.
We might be your biggest
You always change our names. Why do you do that?
To keep everybody else guessing.
Well, how about my idea, but just put in celebrity name? Yeah. How about this one?
So the answer is actually like just what would you roast Fred? Because
That's the one.
If I'm doing Fred's funeral, it's just a roast with him not there.
Like, who would you want at your roast? That's a good one. Like, what professionals, what comedians, because roast are only relevant up until Sunday, and then they're no longer relevant again.
Yeah, that is good, because I was kind of leaning toward the whole idea of, like, hey, it's college graduations, so, like, I wanted to do, like, some serious and some very joking types of advice to give to college graduates, but I kind of like your guys' idea better.
Why not both?
Yeah. Commencement speech, but like roast their generation.
Oh, that's like Lars Talkman. What's that guy's name? Dan, help me out.
Baz Luhrmann. Okay.
Where's sunscreen?
How did I pick that out from that nonsensical name you just made?
Hey, say you were getting a roast, Sushan. You become obviously you're very famous. You're very loved by many. You get a celebrity roast, but one of the roasters is Leslie Jones. Like, how do you react to that?
That'd probably be the best person, right? Because if I'm going to agree to have people roast me, I want the most over-the-top roasting, right? I mean, if we're going to do this, don't go nice. Like, just make it I want the most extreme everything.
I want to leave with my friends and family asking me if I'm okay.
Yeah, totally. Learning new things about me on the spot.
Yeah. So here's your thing. So you need to pick a host, and then you need a panel of roasters.
Yeah.
That is the topic, though.
No, Mom, I don't have a secret daughter. I planted that information.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah. I think the best part of roast is at the end when the person is getting roasted. It's up there at the end. And it's like, all right, now I get to try to dish some of it back. And sometimes those are even better. And then sometimes it just the person has just been destroyed so badly, so they just have nothing left.
And then they try to steal like a famous line. They do like Bob Barker's remember to spay and neuter your pets. And you're like, oh, this is not the one.
I mean, that was the thing with Tom Brady. He was in shambles by the end of it, having to sit in one place for 3 hours, having one alcoholic beverage. Like, he was tattered.
I would get so loose. And then,
was the Tom Brady roast the worst one in terms of just how much bad blood it brought back up?
So I thought it was bad because the way it started. So obviously, Kevin Hart comes out, he's like, "Here's the greatest human being to ever live," and low key, I'm like, "Oh, he's kind of just a quarterback." I'm not trying to say he's not accomplished in this specific field, but let's put perspective on this thing at least. There are lots of people in this room far more famous than him, including Kim Kardashian. There's a lot more going on than Tom Brady. Don't get outshined. Yeah, I guess that's the point.
They weren't roasting Nelson Mandela.
Oh, that's a good one.
A football player.
I would be into if there was an Obama one, I would watch an Obama one. I feel like that'd be good.
What about a Mr. Rogers roast?
Oh,
that'd be good. Post-mortem?
That's genius. I'm writing that down.
Well, yeah, but I mean, we can rewind the clock. I'm just saying, what if? We're just pulling stuff against the wall here.
Yeah, like Sherry Lewis. LeVar Burton? There's one. Let's do LeVar Burton.
Okay, that's a good one.
Yeah, a lot of Roots jokes. Mm-hmm. Lots of Roots jokes. Josh, thank you for giving us some time, brother.
Yeah, thank you. Out of all of the cross-section we've ever had, this was one of them.
Use that at your roast.
Nice.
So stupid. Isaiah and all the help you had back at the studio, thank you.
Yes, sir. Drake's winning. Go Cowboys.
Okay.
That's your best one yet. Man, final words?
Too much of the time on about anything we can cover, which is ample. Make sure you check out tomorrow morning on the opening drive with Jeff and JJ.
Good job, everyone. GG.
See you tomorrow, porque...